Hi, I'm Dave Upstad, and I'm going to do a series of videos, 3 in fact, covering the steel guitar in Jeannie Seely's All Through Crying Over You. This song is a fairly recent release, and it's got some pretty simple steel guitar work, but tasty. Be good for beginners to intermediate players, so I thought I would do this. It's actually by request, and I'm going to do it, like I said, in 3 different videos. The steel only plays in the chorus of the songs. It doesn't play in the intro, it doesn't play in the turnaround in the middle, and it doesn't play on the verses. So it only plays on the chorus of the songs, and there's 3 choruses. The first 2 choruses are in the key of C, the last chorus is in the key of D, and so each video will be basically how to play the licks in that particular chorus. So let's get on with the first chorus. And the first lick, I'm not going to play this song in its entirety or anything like that. Just going to get right into it. The first lick that we're going to learn is coming out of the verse into the, or out of the intro into the first chorus. The song starts with the chorus, and it goes like this. I'm all through. All right, that lick is on. Again, we're in the key of C. It's on the 15th fret with your A and B pedals down, and on the 4th and 5th strings. So I'm playing the first 2 with my fingers. Typical steel guitar lick where you're going to rock off of the A pedal, and I stay on the B pedal because I'm going to hit that 6th string. The 6th string with my thumb and the B pedal down. So you rock into the A pedal, and then rock off, hit the 6th string with the B pedal down, and then play 4 and 5 again, and rock into the A pedal. Okay. All right, so that's going to be over an F chord. So we're down on the 8th fret this time, and playing strings 3 and 5 with the B pedal down, and rocking into the A pedal both times. Then we're going to play string 4, and I've got my A pedal down. I'm going to play string 5 and come off the A pedal. Hit 6 and 5, go back into the A pedal. So that sounds like this. One more time. Okay, let me listen to it one more time here. Over you. Yeah. You could hit strings 4 and 5 on that last note if you wanted to. I don't really hear that he's doing that, but it sounds good if you do. So... 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. Just mainly work on the A pedal. You leave your foot on the B pedal the whole time. Okay, let's move on. Over you. Okay, one thing I want to mention, when you finish that first lick, or that lick right before the one that we're going to learn, the next chord is going to quickly go to a G7. So you really should be doing something if you're going to let it ring so that you can follow those chords. And what I would do, especially if I were playing the 4th and 5th string together, is when it changed to G7, you don't really hear it in the lick, but I would drop those notes so I'm coming off of the A pedal and I'm lowering the E with my my knee lever. And so what that does is it just helps you be able to sustain those notes and also follow the chord pattern and not have note tones that are hanging on even though the chord has changed. If you don't want to do both the 4 and 5, then all you have to do is let off of the A pedal like this. When it goes to the G7. Okay? Okay, so back to the lick that we're talking about here. This is still on the 8th fret, and it's strings 3 and 5 the whole time. Okay, so I'm playing strings 3 and 5 and off of both pedals. And then you hammer into both of them. And then pick it again and pull off of both of them. Kind of go on fast and off a little bit slower. And then as you slide your bar up to get that, go on to the A and B pedals. So as I slide up to the 10th fret, still on strings 3 and 5, I'm on my A and B pedals. And then I'm just going to play, when I slide up there, I'm going to go back 1 fret each time, let it as it's ringing, and then off the pedals. One more time slowly. And then up to speed. Take some bar control to hit those notes right on. It takes bar control to do that. So it's just really just practice and use your ear. All right, let's move forward. The next lick in this chorus is right here. Okay, the first part of this lick is starts on the we're on the 8th fret again. We're playing over an F chord again, so we're going to be thinking about in the pedals down position on the 8th fret. That's an F. So, and I'm going to start on the 8th string and play 8 and 6. And when you hit the 6th string, you want to kind of hammer into the B pedal. And then the 5th string with no pedals. With no A pedal, I should say, because I still got the B pedal down. And then the 6th string, B pedal down. And then the 5th string with the pedal, with the A pedal on, and come off of it. And then the B pedal on the 6th string. And then back to the 5th string again, and rock in. So it sounds like this. Whoops. Let me hear it one more time to make sure that my phrasing is on. Yep. Slowly. 3, 4, 1, 2. Slow again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Even slower. 3, 4, 1, 2. This is a good thing to practice, this lick, right? This little part of this. You can do a lot with that. So that's just part of the lick, but it's a really good little thing to be able to do fluently. So once again. Now the second half of the lick, he does as the chords are going and changing to a G7, he plays string 4, 1, 4, and then lowers 4. So to change to that G7 chord, lowering on 4, you lower your E's on that last note. So 4, 1, 4, and then lower 4. And they can ring out, so you don't have to worry about blocking those. It sounds nice. Because they end up on a G7 chord right there. So, now you're on a G7. Okay? One time slowly, just to make sure that the whole thing is, you can follow along with the whole thing. And up to speed, I'll play along with it, and then we can get to the last lick in this chorus. All right, that's really the same lick twice, is all that is right there. And we're back to a C chord, and we're going to be on the 3rd fret, and going to be kind of similar to the last lick that we played on the 8th fret, with a little tricky thing on it. I'll teach you. Here, we're going to start on the 5th string, pedal off. I do have my foot on the B pedal, because I'm going to bounce off of that string a little bit. Hammer into the 5th string with the A pedal. So, and then come off of it. And the tricky part is the next 3 notes, which is 6, 7, 8. 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we're going. That's what we're going for. The same lick twice. I tend to play those 3 with my thumb. Except for then the last string with my middle finger. It's pretty inefficient, really. I'll just tell you right now, I don't think that's the best way to play it. When I'm playing those notes with my thumb, I'm blocking the previous note with my middle finger. Doing that kind of toggling or hammering motion, toggling back and forth. Not playing notes, but to pick and then mute. Mute and pick. Mute and pick. Mute, pick. So, now, an alternative way of playing this probably better for a lot of people, is to do a little bit of what's called kind of cross-picking, alternating picking. Play that with your thumb, 6 with your thumb, 7 with your middle or your first finger, whichever you prefer. I prefer my middle finger, but you can use your first if that's what feels better to you. So 7 is going to be your finger pick, and then 8 is going to be your thumb. Again. Probably more efficient because you're able to cross over. I'm still pick blocking though. And you can probably get faster that way. And then I play the last note with my pick on my middle finger. I tend to alternate picking with my thumb and my middle finger instead, but you can do it with your first finger if you want. See, I don't do that. That's not the way I play, so it's hard for me to block that way. And just doing that lick twice. I think he hammers into that note at the end on the B pedal. So I'm bouncing off of the 8th string. One time I did it on the 7th string, but it doesn't sound quite as good. I bounced off of the 8th string right here. Right there. I bounce off of that 8th string just to kind of keep the bouncy feel going. You don't have to. You can just play the 2. So just like a little, almost a ghost note in between there just to keep that bouncy feel. Well, that wasn't good, but dang it. All right, that's the first chorus. That's the whole thing in this song. So the next video will be the second chorus.